together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Hopefully, I'll be joined by Tim in a little bit here. Currently, technical difficulties on his end. His computer is just not starting up at the moment. Okay. It's updating. All right. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. Amazing day yesterday. Huge bounce back after on the 12th. I was down 7.25 units. Yesterday, up 10.45, one of the best days I've had in a very long time. And in the MLB, went 8-2, up 6.45 units. The Detroit Tigers, never in doubt. Totally didn't need 5 runs on the bottom of the 9th. And then hitting a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 10th. Cash it. Pittsburgh Pirates -1, winner. New York Yankees first 5, +115, winner. Cincinnati Reds -1, -111, winner. Colorado Rockies team total over 3.5, +110, loser. They had 3 at the end of 5 innings, and they finished with 3. Mets Rockies over 8, though, cashes as Lindor hits a clutch home run to make it a 1-run game to a 4-run game, a 3-run shot to make it 7-3 and cash that over. Cleveland Guardians, happy Gavin Williams Day. They get the job done there. Royals first 5, +105, loser. They score no runs. And Lugo gets hit a little bit there. And then added the Padres first 5 and the Angels first 5, and both of them come through. So a nice day in the MLB and a really strong game in the in the CFL as well. I had the first half over 27, which was a winner between Saskatchewan and BC. I had the BC team total over 30.5, which was a winner. BC -6.5 was a winner. And never in doubt, the over 52.5 was a winner. I think it was because there's point differentials and stuff like that for tiebreakers. In the CFL, they kicked the field goal as time expired to make it 35-20. And I got a bad number. I had 52.5. I saw a lot of people had 50.5, 51, 51.5. Those all cashed. I was sitting there with 52 thinking my bet was a loser, and they ended up kicking a field goal as time expired there. So that was very nice. 4-0 in the CFL, up 4 units. Overall, 12-2 day, up 10.45 units. I've moved on 2 MLB games so far, 2 WNBA games so far. I'm trying to get back into that a little bit. And I have moved on the CFL game tonight. I'm also sweating out, or not really sweating out because he's winning pretty significantly right now. I took a little Carlos Alcaraz in tennis this morning at -135. Saw the world on Djokovic, saw Trent on Djokovic, and I bet Alcaraz. So there we go. Hopefully he can bring it home. He won the first set 6-2, second set 6-2. He's tied 1-1 in the third set here. But we'll head over to the chat, and we will head into the slate. Technical difficulties. I will not be bringing up. I see your comment, Real Deal Prime. I'm not bringing up any politics. I'm not going to do that here. Not going to talk about that. My computer is updating itself. Yeah, we went over that. Broke his. There you go. 8-1 day on the site. 4-0 in MLB. Cleveland money line. Mets over 8. Pirates run line. Reds run line. All winners. MLS 4-1. Montreal money line. Orlando money line. Toronto money line. Seattle money line. All winners. Nashville +0.25. It's the only loser. There you go. Plus 8.85 units on the site. It was a beautiful thing yesterday. The good old Trent fade. Yeah. The only time I'll talk about politics is when there's betting involved with the politics. I gave out a couple of plays a couple weeks ago. That's all I'll mention about it because this is a sports show. This is a betting show. And maybe if I was looking to give out a play in politics, I would talk about it, give out a bet in it. Sure, but I'm not going to talk about it to talk about it, because you guys probably don't care where I view on some of these things, and I don't care where half of you view on some of these things as well. So I'm here to make money. I'm here to talk sports, and that's the way we'll do it here. What's good? 446 in the chat. Very good. Night. Yes, appreciate it. But we will. Yes, they did. They went from minus 175 to minus 275 on Bet Online. That's what I did see with that. So if you guys want to talk about politics, there has to be betting involved with it. We have a game starting in an hour, though, and we will get into it here. I've already moved on this game. I moved on this one, and so I can give that out before the show started on my Cappit and things like that. And I have moved on the Nationals Brewers game, which you guys, if you saw the free pick video, know exactly where I'm going for that game. So let's get into it here. The New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees had a minus 110, minus 115 range with a total of 9 in this game. Let me move. Let me get off of the WNBA line histories so I can move back to the MLB line histories here. Let's get into that. Let's have that page load. Let's get into the cash. We'll go to the cash flow first, then we'll go to line history when the line history is loading. And in this game, we have 49% of the tickets. Oh, it moved. 52% of the tickets now and 78% of the cash is coming in on these New York Yankees. 63% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the over in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this opened up with the Orioles as favorites in this game. They were minus 112, but it's moved to a minus 118 for the Yankees now. So a big move towards the Yankees. The sharp money on the Yankees in this spot. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 112. It got up to a 9.5. It backed down to a 9, and then it's 9 at minus 116. So a 4-cent line movement towards the over in this one here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here as my computer goes all dark. That's great. There we go. We have Dean Kramer and Carlos Rodon, your pitching matchup here. Rodon's looked terrible as of late. A 10.57 ERA, a 2 whip, 12.13 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%. 3.91 walks per 9, a 4.38 BABIP, a 6.56 FIP, but a 3.71 SIERA. I do expect better from Rodon. They've lost his last 5 starts. He's given up 4, 3, 8, 7, and 5 in his last 5 starts. So he's not looked good at all. On the flip side, though, Dean Kramer, I believe coming back, he's pitched twice since coming back from injury. He's faced the Cubs and he's faced the Mariners. He gave up no runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 innings, 8 strikeouts against the Mariners. And then he followed that up with 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 innings pitched against the Cubbies. So he got hit a little bit in his last start, and I think this is the best lineup he has faced since coming back. I mean, Seattle's absolutely nothing to write home about, and neither is the Cubbies. The bullpen edge does go towards the Orioles in this spot. The hitting edge slightly towards the Orioles, 109 WRC plus, which is 15th compared to 99, which is 20th, which is why I cut this game down. I took the Yankees in the first 5 innings at minus 115. Let me take a look here. On Bet Online, this line has gone from a minus 105 to a minus 125 for the Yankees in the first 5 innings. I was able to get minus 115 on Bet 365. So I locked that in this morning. Looking at this spot, I mean, I expect better from Rodon, but I really, I think more than that, I'm looking at the Yankees to get to Dean Kramer here early in the game. I'm not as huge of a Dean Kramer guy as I know a lot of people are. I am going to be on the Yankees in the first 5 innings. I got that at minus 115 over on Bet 365. Yeah, what's good, Real Deal Prime? My Yankees get it done yesterday. First 5. Yeah, I got the Yankees first 5 there. The evil umpire is back. Big series win. Statement made. Bring out the plungers for a sweep, but I would never bet Rodon. Fair. I know a lot of people don't. Which makes the Yankees even more appealing. is that people will try to avoid them because Rodon's pitching today. I see this more of an over in this one here. But heading into the series, my hope was the Yankees sweep. And then heading into the All-Star break, I can get a better line for the Orioles to win the American League East. That was kind of what I was hoping for. I'm hoping maybe to get a nice get a plus price tag on the Orioles now. So we'll see. Yo Fernando, poor Timothy, he'll be fine. The Orioles are set up to succeed for years to come. So, and about the Orioles, we say the Orioles too many times. It's like Beetlejuice. Tim appeared. Let's get Tim.
Dude, I get home and I try to start. Try to start up my computer. Wouldn't start up for like the first 10 minutes, which was very frustrating. And then it starts up and then it updates itself for freaking 10 minutes. So finally got on the show. Really good day yesterday. Really wanted to talk about it, but I mean, I already put it in the chat. Yeah, I mean the Yankees are pretty much guaranteed to sweep at this point.
I would say that, but yeah.
No, I mean, yes, I'm still betting the Orioles every single day. That's not going to change. Doesn't matter. And I know I see 446 saying, poor Timothy. Yeah, poor me, up 22.8 units on the Orioles this year. So, yeah, definitely poor me. Even though they've lost, 5 games in a row now. Shit happens. You're not going to win every single game. I never expect to win every single game. I do expect there to be some lows. So, it is what it is. We move on. I am on the Baltimore Orioles again today. It's just a stationary play at this point.
Yep.
Do you want to go back to the chat? I still am trying to set up all my stuff on my computer.
Sure. Bet O's first with inning. Bet O's first inning. Always gets up runs, yeah. Fernando, who do you like? And then there's Tim with his Orioles stuffs there. Oh, by the way, Spain to win the Euros today. Sweating. I'm gonna. That'll probably be the most I'll watch a soccer game because I got plus 425 on the line for Spain to win the Euros today. So the finals are great. So hopefully that comes through. All right. Now we get a little bit later into the day because we were just talking about the 11:35 game. This one starts at 1:35, so this one starts 2 hours later. We have the Boston Red Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals in this game. The Red Sox $1.30 favorites, total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game here between Brian Bayo and Brady Singer. Line opened up at a 125 for Boston. It's now a 142. So we have a decent move towards the Boston Red Sox here. Line opened up at 9.5 at minus 112. It's a 9 at minus 130. So we'll move towards the under here as well. Granted, the 9 is juiced heavily towards the over. 64% of tickets and 69% of the cash. Nice is on the over in this game. 16% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the Royals in this game here. So it looks like sharp money coming in on the Royals. Brady Singer versus Brian Bayo. Brady Singer 2.08 ERA, 1.05 WHIP, 7.12 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 2.97 walks per 9, a 2.35 BABIP, but 3.96 FIP, and a 4.28 SIERA. On the flip side, Brian Bayo 6.84 ERA, 1.80 WHIP, 11.16 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%. 3.96 walks per 9, a 4.43 BABIP, but 3.93 FIP, and a 3.69 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Red Sox. Hitting edge goes towards the Red Sox. 124 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to 87, which is 28th. This is a confusing game because the way the market is moving is heavily towards the Red Sox, even though it looks like the sharp money's on the Royals and the books are not caring about that sharp money with the line moving the way it is. It's not a game I particularly have too much interest in getting involved with. It's a pass, but no play. Yeah, so no play.
That's fair. I don't like going up against either of my team, any of the teams I like have futures and stuff on, which I have Royals and Red Sox futures. So it's hard for me to want to go against them at all. So I don't pick a side. It's kind of the same deal when Kansas City played Seattle and stuff like that. I don't pick a side because I know when I pick a side, it'll end up going the opposite way. I I do feel like this one could be an under game. I like Balo. He's been consistent, although he's gotten roughed up 2 out of his last 3 starts for 5 and 7 runs in those starts. But I do like Balo as a pitcher in general. Brady Singer, another guy that's been very, very consistent, allowing 4 earned runs in his last 4 starts. So he's been pretty solid. I would have to lean towards Kansas City in this game. I would have to lean towards the under in this game. Am I going to get to it? No, probably not.
Fair. Yeah, this is not one and I'm not going to go out of my way to make plays today because this is the last day before the All-Star break, so take it easy because you never know what the last day before the All-Star break.
Correct. I want you to win, Timothy. Great night last night for you. I just want you to save your profit and not blow it. The way I see it is there is no profit yet. Profit will be at the end of the year. That's the way I see it. I don't see any profit right now. Yo. 446. Tim will be fine with his O's trend. They will turn the corner soon enough. Yeah, because you won't be mentioning I hope you're not betting them when they win 10 out of 12 next month. Like, and 9 of them by the run line or whatever it is. Might take a shot at England. Dream money line. I like the Dream money line today. Who do they got? I think it's a big line, isn't that? Against Seattle. Wow. 850? I don't blame you. I got one play in the WNBA. I did bet 2
WNBA games today, Tim.
I bet one.
I bet the Vegas game and I bet the Indiana game.
What did you bet in the Indiana game?
Over.
All right. I like the links.
I bet the
overs. The ultimate trend is active today. Oh, is that the Oakland Athletics trend? I think it's the Oakland Athletics trend. International friendlies, basketball, women, Canada.
Have fun.
Have fun, dude. All right, Nick, let's go to this one.
Yeah, this one's tricky because I don't see a pitcher for the Dodgers. But I saw a line this morning. So the Dodgers are minus 165 favorites, total of 9.5 in this game. I don't see a line. It's not popping up any line history for Bet Online. So we'll head over to Caesars, where this opened up at a 165. It's down to a 160 on Caesars. Opened up 9.5 plus 105. It's down to a 9. So we've had a move towards the Tigers and a move towards the under in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot, where we have 83% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Dodgers. 70% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the over in this spot here. I have Bo Brisky starting for these Detroit Tigers, and I got nobody listed for the Dodgers quite yet. Still TBD. Bo Brisky's, I believe, been mainly just a bullpen game. So this looks like a bullpen game for the Detroit Tigers, and an unknown pitcher for the Dodgers. And that's one thing I've noticed with the Dodgers. Why have they not been the way we expected them to be this year? Their starting pitching rotation is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't even know who's starting today. I will be on the Detroit Tigers. I just wanted to put this game in there because I don't think I had a pitcher earlier this morning. But I just wanted to put this game in here so I can give out the Tigers, which over on DraftKings is plus 145. Just because it's the Dodger fade. I know you probably won't move on the game because there's no pitcher for the Dodgers. But I think that just plays more into the Tigers here for me.
I mean,
my guess is the bullpen game.
I'm tired of saying, it's a bounce back spot for the Dodgers because there has not been a bounce back spot. Yesterday's game was freaking ugly for the Dodgers. I had the Dodgers part of a round robin, and of course you say, first leg down, and then they go and below 9-4 lead.
Great. That was so good. Sorry.
No, that would have been a little bit nicer to cash, but no, it was the difference between a couple $100, but it is what it is. I look towards not going after this game because I would want to know who's pitching for the Dodgers side. I know I don't just blindly fade the Dodgers like you do. I have other teams to blindly bet stuff with. But I can't go after it just yet. I would want to see who's pitching for the Dodgers first.
Fair.
Mercury got a shot too, if you say so. But $8.50 for a dream against the Storm. Come on, hey, go for it, dude. I'm not talking you off of it. Don't cap the game. Just take the Tigers and over. Dodger pitching is broken. Unknown pitcher is awful for the Dodgers. Over. Well, we don't really know. Do your two-piece. I was teasing Earle with Dodgers up 5 runs and saw they lost. Shocking. All your fault, dude. All your fault. That's why I lost my round robin. There you go. Let's go to this one.
Yeah. We have the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Oakland Athletics. We kind of expected the Phillies to get their revenge yesterday, and they did. Line opened up at a 250. It's down to a 223, though, so this line dropped. And the line opened up at a 10 at even money, and it's still a 10 at even money. As we have Joey Estes taking on Orion Kerkering, which we could make the argument that Kerkering may have been a little bit of a snub for the All-Star game this year in that Philly bullpen, because he's been just as good as Matt Strahm, if not better, and he's been just as good as Jeff Hoffman as well, who both made the All-Star game. So we could have made the arguments that you could have exchanged Kerkering for Hoffman or Strahm. The argument is there. But it's a bullpen game for the Phillies. That's the main thing for that. On the flip side, Joey Estes a 6.48 ERA, a 1.36 WHIP, 5.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 2.13 walks per 9, a 3.09 BABIP, a 4.53 FIP, and a 5.16 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Phillies, hitting edge going towards the Phillies, 118 WRC plus, which is 7th compared to 94, which is 24th. Forgot to go over the cash flow in this game. 95% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the Phillies. The lines dropped from 250 down to 235. And 66% of the tickets and 71% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. I remember the last time Joey Estes pitched because it was one of the best games of the MLB season betting-wise for me. I quadrupled up on that game with the Red Sox run line, team total over, first 5 over, full game over. I don't feel a need to get involved with this one here. Maybe you take a shot with Oakland first 5 for Joey Estes' bounce back start because he did throw a complete game shutout the game before. I would only look Oakland in this spot. The Phillies have half their team going to Arlington after this. So maybe they're looking ahead to the All-Star game. It's a pass for me. But it's Oakland or nothing if I'm looking at this game.
I'm looking at Philly, and I knew this trend thing was going to come up. So we're going to pull up LJ's comment real quick. Oakland 0-17 since May as a dog, third game of the series. Phillies are 10-4, third game of a home series. I know that sounds crazy, but he brought it up last time, which ended up putting me on
Red Sox run line.
Red Sox.
Third game of that series.
And we cashed on that. I kind of want to jump back on this again. I want to jump on the Phillies run line. It was a good game. It was a bad spot for the Phillies in game 1. For me, that's the only reason why they lost that game. It was a really bad spot. I think they're in a lot better of a spot here. And I think they finished off the series win against Oakland today. I would look towards Philly run line in this one.
Fair, yeah. I would probably look towards the plus a half in the first 5, maybe. Or if you want to just take a stab at the first 5 money line.
There you go. What 5-star hammer parlay did 446 give out on Friday? Mets, Reds, Phillies, all to win their series, plus 146. All comes down to Philly today. You guys said it was Philly, the team that could lose. Thoughts? Well, technically, you said which one would most likely lose. We said Philly. Mets and Reds both up 2-0. Phillies tied 1-1. So technically we're right there. No, I don't think they lose the series. I kind of agreed with your parlay. I just didn't. My book didn't offer serious stuff like that. So I didn't bet it with you. I said that it was most likely cash. But no, I wouldn't. But if you're a little bit concerned, you can get plus almost 200 with the Oakland Athletics today, and boom, you got money. You're guaranteed profit on it. I mean, hedging is for gardeners, but I figured I'd throw that one out there. I know that maybe you might be a little bit more inclined to hedge. You guys have any props? No, not really. Who would be fun? Who would be a fun home run prop for today?
You can go back to the ones that have been hitting a little bit lately. Nimmo, Lindor. Just look at here. Christian Walker could be another one as well. Just look for players who should have been in the All-Star game that got snubbed. Those are the players I would look to play props with. And we'll talk about that with one game in a little bit where I bet a side for a pitcher that I thought got snubbed. And you can make the argument for another pitcher who got snubbed to the game right after it from the All-Star game. You look for them to pitch well, stuff like that. I would look for those type of players for this situational spots are like players that got snubbed from the All-Star game.
Who, Ronald Blanco and Jake Irving?
Yes.
Nailed it. All right.
I've already bet Jake Irving.
Earls have teach 446 to never hedge. I mean, if you're going to bet something,
you're only cutting you're only cutting your bottom line is what you're doing. Now, it may look nice at the time because you're guaranteed profit, but overall your ROI is going to go down long term if you hedge.
There you go.
Let's get into the next matchup here. The New York Mets looking for the sweep over the Colorado Rockies. Interesting line movement here. Line opened up at a 200. It's down to a 182 now for the Mets. So a move towards the Rockies. Line opening up at an 8.5. It's down to an 8. So they're expecting German Marquez to pitch well today coming in off the IL. It is 93% of tickets, 99% of the cash on the Mets. And the line has moved towards the Rockies. 96% of tickets, 94% of cash on the over here in this game as well. I don't like the way the line's moving here. If you were looking to back the Mets. German Marquez making his season debut. Jose Quintana has been amazing as of late. A .89 ERA, 0.89 whip, 8.01 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 2.97 walks per nine, a 195 BABIP, a 3.53 FIP, and a 3.95 CR. So I do expect some negative aggression from Jose Quintana. Is it in this game? I don't know if the Rockies are that team. The bullpen edge goes towards the Mets. The hitting edge goes towards the Mets. 137 WRC plus, which is number one in baseball versus righties the last 30 days. And the Rockies 80 WRC plus, which is 25th. I said heading into the year, this Mets offense was going to be good. And I got laughed at. I think this Mets offense is good. And they have a good lineup. And one thing I'm kind of interested in, and I think they've announced the starting lineup. I want to take a look at the starting lineup real quick because and I'm assuming it's Alvarez behind the plate today for the Mets.
Probably.
Yes,
it's got
Alvarez.
Yeah,
Alvarez. He's been catching Quintana as of late. I saw a stat. Quintana, his ERA with anybody other than Alvarez is up in the 5s. With Alvarez, sub 2.
Yeah.
Manaea is the same way. Sean Manaea, when Alvarez catches, sub 2 ERA. When he doesn't, above a 5 ERA. Alvarez brings more to this lineup than people think. And I think in 3 years, we can say Alvarez is the best catcher in baseball.
Realistically, yes.
Yeah, even better than Adley. I'll go on a limb with it. I will go out on a limb in 3 years. We'll be comparing Alvarez to Adley.
We can be comparing them, but I still think Adley Rutschman.
And people are going to make the argument Francisco Alvarez is better.
Hey, I'm all right with that. Hey, my two catchers are the top 2 in baseball. I would be all right with that.
That being said, I'm not betting this game. If I am, I'm looking towards the Rockies in the first 5 innings. I don't trust this Rockies bullpen for a full game. The markets are telling me that the Rockies are alive in this baseball game with this line movement. and in the first 5 as well. I'm really tempted on a Rockies first 5 because I do see Quintana coming back down to earth a little bit. I just don't know what to expect from Marquez, and that's all I'm really worried about. It's a no play for me.
I want to go right back to the Mets. I feel no reason not to. And it's a big difference to Quintana with Alvarez. And since Alvarez has gotten back, it's 2 totally different pitchers. And I know it's the same way with a lot of the rotation. Mets going for the sweep. I think this is I'm a little bit concerned for the Mets post All-Star break on how they get back because they are hot right now. I'm just hoping the All-Star break doesn't kill them. Yeah. I do like the Mets here. I think they get the job done against the Rockies today. Finish off the sweep, go into the All-Star break with a nice. I'm not gonna say cushion in the wild card, but in the wild card spot.
Yeah. And don't look now. The Mets only trail the Braves by 3 games.
3 games. Yeah, I saw that. Absolute worst time for All-Star break for the Mets.
It is.
I could not agree more. Detox back in the chat. What's up, Detox? Welcome. The total has gone lower. The under. Tim, are you on the unders in the Sun game and the Storm game? I'm on the Minnesota Lynx, and that's about it for today. Mets play 22 games with the Fish, Nats, Angels, White Sox, A's joke schedule. 446. Do you realize that everybody plays that line? Everybody plays everybody. You do realize that everybody does play everybody? Phillies have the exact same schedule as the Mets. Braves have the exact same schedule as the Mets. Or they play the same teams besides switching up to a team in the American League East. Like, do you realize that they play the exact same schedule? Just asking. Second half. Yes, I got that part.
They also had the number 1 toughest schedule in baseball the first month and a half.
Exactly. Been busy. I lost a lot of stuff in the power surge. Got me good. Dang. I hope everything's I hope you're safe over there. Let's keep on rolling, and I'll go ahead and put it up on the site.
Yep. As I'm placing my bet for it right now. It's a little pricey, minus 131 for the -1, but I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
and it's for me, Tim. It's more -1s with home teams. I think we made the argument yesterday.
Yeah, we had the conversation yesterday. We're good.
Yeah. Let's get into it though. The Cincinnati Reds and the Miami Marlins. The Reds -170 favorites, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Where let me find the game. It's a National League game. That's why I can't find it in the Interleague games. There we go. Line opened up at a 178. It's now a 172. So we even moved towards the under, or moved towards the Marlins. We have this line open up at a 9 at -112. It's a 113 now for the over. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 87% of the tickets, 86% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the over. 91% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the Reds in this game here. Nick Lodolo is taking on Trevor Rogers. Rogers 3.58 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 7.48 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. 3.25 walks per 9, a 3.64 BABIP, and a 4.45 SIERA. On the flip side, Lodolo, 4.22 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 8.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.38 walks per 9, a 2.93 BABIP, a 5.33 FIP, and a 3.95 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes slightly towards the Marlins, but the hitting edge 100% goes towards the Reds. 102 WRC plus, which is 19th, compared to 66 WRC plus, which is 28th. The Marlins are the worst team in baseball versus lefties this year, and I will get up the statistic on how bad in just a second. Yeah, they are the worst team in baseball versus lefties. So
yeah, I feel we don't have to really do anything crazy. This is going to be the 96th game in a row that we've faded the Marlins. It's up like 10 plus units. Going to keep the Marlin fade going. I don't even cap the games. I find the Marlins and I fade them. And when a team is 31 games under 500, I think we're doing pretty well with that. So let's just keep on rolling with fading the Marlins every single game.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the number here. I got the by the way, I got the Marlin or the Reds -1 -131 for this game, but I'm trying to find the number I'm looking for here.
Mets are still ass. I mean, they're over 500 now, but yeah. Aces versus Mystics under. I could see.
Got at the 174.5. I got over 173 in that game.
Yeah. Reds run line. Yes. I never catfish games. Just take the Reds -1. Team total over. Full game over. Trifecta hits today. Good luck. What do you guys think of the under in this game? In the Reds game, I would prefer an over because the last thing I would want is a run line and under. Unless we think the Marlins are going to get shut out, which
all right, I
don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe the blind bet this year should be the Marlins when they face a left-handed pitcher. You know what the Marlins' record is versus left-handed pitching this year?
Probably is really bad if you're bringing that up.
It is really bad. Mm-hmm. I want to see if you and I'm trying to see if anybody is remotely close. And yeah, the only teams that are remotely close to the amount of wins that they have against lefties are ones that have faced significantly less lefties. The Marlins have 33 games where they faced a left-handed pitcher this year. 33 games. They've won 5.
I was about to say anywhere from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The teams that are close, the Cubs have won 6, but they've only faced 19, not 33. The Blue Jays have won 7, but they've only played 18. The White Sox have won 7. They've only faced 21. And the Angels have won 8, and they've only faced 17. 5 wins in 33 games started by left-handed pitching.
That's nuts.
So, yeah. Cincinnati -1, -131 for me.
Whew. Okay, thank you, Fernando. You can't bet the fish under. Good luck if you do. Of course. Yeah, there you go. Let's hop over to this game, Nick.
Yeah. We cashed with Gavin Williams Day yesterday, Tim. Today it is where is this game? There we go. It's been Lively Day. Doesn't have as much of a ring. Line opened up at a 113. It's up to a 130 now. So we've had a decent move towards the Tampa Bay Rays. And this line opened up at an 8 down to a 7.5. So a move towards the under here as well. I wanted to find one person in our group chat, Tim in the baseball. This month with runners and scoring position, the Tampa Bays are 16 for 110.
That's not good for people.
That is not good. That is correct, Tim. That is not good. Ben Lively, 5.67 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 7.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.67 walks per 9, a 293 BABIP, a 5.47 FIP, and a 409 Sierra. On the other side, Ryan Pepiot, 4.3 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 8.61 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 5.87 walks per 9. That's his problem, is his walks. 250 BABIP, a 504 FIP, and a 5.16 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays. Hitting edge goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays. 107 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 105, which is 13th. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, we have 24% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Guardians. Yet this line's moving away from the Guardians. So kind of a tricky line history for this spot here. Not a game I'm interested in getting involved with. I guess it's Rays or nothing, but it's a pass.
I kind of want to go towards the under if you're mentioning how bad the Rays are with runners in scoring position lately. I don't trust them to score at all. It'd be a lean towards Cleveland. The fact that Cleveland is plus money in this game is kind of weird. But once again, this is a team that we mentioned, hey, actually, they were plus money against Tampa game 1 of the series, and they lost. And actually, Cleveland's lost 4 out of their last 6, so they don't look as good as of late. I don't know. I feel like this could be a possible Tampa spot. And you know me, I would end up run lining it because I'm crazy. But no, this is not a game I need to get involved in. Keep in mind, guys, day before the All-Star break, you don't need to get involved in every single game. You don't get to be involved in a lot of games.
Yep.
So, leaning over. Yeah, bad. Remember, starting pitchers will pitch less today. Definitely is a possibility. What's up, Nicholas Handy? Let's keep on rolling, Nick. And I was a little bit annoyed with this game yesterday.
I can't believe that came all the way back. Let's get into it, though. We have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Washington Nationals. The Brewers minus 145 favorites. It opened up at a 147. Now it's a 142. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's up to a 9. So a move towards the over and a move towards these Nationals in this game. Expecting Colin Ray to be a little vulnerable today in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here. If I could find this game. Where's the Natties? There we are. With 81% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the Brewers and the line moving towards the Nationals. 92% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. The line moving towards that over in this game. Jake Irving taking on Colin Ray. Irving a 3.16 ERA, a 1.08 whip, 7.78 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 2.92 walks per 9, a 232 BABIP, a 4.52 FIP, and a 4.18 SIERA. On the flip side, Colin Ray, 5.02 ERA, 1.12 WHIP, 6.59 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 2.2 walks per 9, a 247 BABIP, a 502 FIP, and a 4.32 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Nationals. Hitting edge goes towards the Nationals, 110 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 97, which is 21st. Kind of lean towards adding a team total over here for the Washington Nationals. My numbers project Colin Ray to have a bad start. And I look for Jake Irving to shove today. With getting snubbed, I think you can make the argument from the All-Star game. Like, he was one of those borderline chopping floor guys where he was one of the last ones that would make it if he did make it. And I feel like you can make an argument, and I get it. This is going to sound crazy because he's starting the All-Star game. You can make an argument Jake Irving deserved it more than Paul Skeens does. And the one big argument is Skeens has only given you 10 starts compared to Cole Irving, which I think this is his 17th or 18th start this year. Just the sample size and having somewhat similar numbers and the sample size being significantly more for Jake Irving. I think Jake Irving should have been an all-star. I think he goes out here and shoves today. I'm on the Nationals at plus 130. That was my free pick video last night.
I'm with you on this one. I like that all-star game snub angle a lot with him as well. And this is just overall a spot that I'd be very interested in going after that. Milwaukee just kind of crumbled yesterday, and they have not looked good as of late. They've lost 3 in a row, 4 out of their last 5. This is 100% a national spot for me, and that's a second play that we'll be putting up on the site for today, Nick. Rays team total over. Rays stealing signs. Obviously, they're not if they're playing the way they are. Yeah. I don't know where you're getting sign stealing from, considering they've scored 4 runs in 2 games at home against Cleveland. So no, I'm going to go against you on that one. Someone tells me my Brewers don't get swept. I don't know. First 3 innings, Timothy Earle was a genius saying Brewers run line. At the end of the game, Tim was a sucker for betting. Yeah. I realize that. It is what it is. I have a feeling I'm going to be a sucker for betting this one too.
Let's get into it. The Houston Astros taking on the Texas Rangers. The Astros around 130 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Ronald Blanco taking on Max Scherzer. This line's plummeted. Wait. This line opened up I see a 153, but then the line, it looked like reopened a couple hours later at 130. And it's, and the line's not moved. The line opened up at an 8 at minus 103. It's now my 8.5 minus 103. It's now an 8 minus 113 to the over. 79% of tickets, 88% of cash on the over. The line moving towards the under. 85% of tickets and 96% of cash on the Astros, and the line not moving. Ronald Blanco and Max Scherzer. You can make the argument Ronald Blanco got snubbed from the All-Star game. Out of all the pitchers that did not make the All-Star game, he has the best ERA among starting pitchers. And I think when you look at who got in and who didn't with Ronald Blanco, I feel like the ultimate thing that kept him back is he got caught with sticky stuff. And that was about it. And I think that for whatever reason, MLB is like evil about that. I think Ronald Blanco deserved to be an All-Star this year. He's been the best pitcher on that Astros rotation. And without him, we're not talking about an Astros team with a win and a Mariners loss today. Would be tied for first place in the division after being 12 games under 500. I would only look Astros in this game. I just don't like the market in this spot. But let's get into the pitching matchup. Max Scherzer has been pretty good, but his advanced numbers suggest some negative regression. 3.09 ERA, a 0.94 whip, 6.56 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 1.16 walks per nine, a 231 BABIP, a 4.33 FIP, and a 4.34 SIERA. On the flip side, Blanco, 2.23 ERA, 0.93 whip, 7.79 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 3.34 walks per nine, a 152 BABIP, a 4.96 FIP, and a 4.34 SIERA. So you can expect negative regression potentially from both these guys. Hitting bullpen edge goes towards the Astros. Hitting edge goes towards the Astros, 120 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 93, which is 25th for the Rangers. This is Astros or pass for me. I just didn't like the way the lines moved in this game to back it, so it's a no play for me.
I did a free pick video on this game last night, Nick. I gave out the Rangers.
Wow.
And I believe that and as crazy as it sounds, Max Scherzer is pitching himself out of Texas. Because Texas is going to be sellers this year. He's trying to go to a competitor. He's trying to go to a team that's going to compete. And I could see this one being another one of those, hey, you want to get traded? That type of angle. And he's been pretty solid since coming back from injury. Like a 2.7 ERA, which is not terrible. Only 5 earned runs in 16 innings. I like the Rangers in this one. I think they even money. I think it's a good spot for them. And Max Scherzer to get a win here. Build his stock up.
I could see that. I'm not going to be betting it. I kind of lean under the total. I think Ronald Blanco shoves, and I can see Scherzer having a decent game because I was dead wrong saying that Scherzer was going to be rusty heading out of the injury. So
he's been good.
He's been good.
Let's keep on rolling. We got 5 games left, Nick.
Yeah, we have the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Chicago Cubs, minus 120 for the Cardinals, total of 8.5. I felt stupid yesterday when it was 9-4 Dodgers and it was like 10-1 Cardinals. I was like, wow, I may be the greatest of all time. I bet the Tigers and I left the Cardinals off my card. Cardinals still won that baseball game. Line opened up at a minus 125. It's down to a 122. So we have a 3-cent line movement towards the Chicago Cubs. Line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 115. It's now an 8.5 at minus 113. So a 2-cent line movement towards the under and a slight move towards the Cubs. 78% tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Cardinals in this game. 92% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Miles Mikolas and Jameson Taillon. Taillon's been good this year. 2.81 ERA, 0.91 whip, 9 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.13 walks per nine, or 241 BABIP, but 3.58 FIP and a 3.52 SIERA. On the flip side, Miles Mikolas, 4.97 ERA, 1.24 whip, 4.97 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 0.93 walks per nine, and 317 BABIP, but 2.82 FIP and a 4.67 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards these Cardinals. The hitting edge goes towards the Cardinals as well. 118 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 101, which is 18th for the Cubs. Tricky game. I'm kind of leaning Cubs, and this would be a Cubs first 5 spot. Kind of want to see where the line is moving in the first 5 here. See if Cubs first 5 is worth a look. Which it is moved 2 cents towards the Cubbies in the first 5. It's a strong lean towards the Cubs first 5. I don't know if I'm getting involved in this one here. I'm not going out of my way to force plays, and I feel like I'd be forcing this one a little bit too much.
That's fair. I'm not going out of my way to force plays on the last day before the All-Star break either. This is a Cubs team that has been playing better as of late, but I don't feel like it's still enough to want to go and bet them here. I had them both games yesterday. They burnt me twice. So not gonna get involved in them today. But by the way, if I would have went the opposite way, I would have went 1-1 with Cardinal run line, which would have been a little bit more plus money. So probably should have gone that route, but it is what it is. I have no reason to want to go after this game. Honestly, I don't know how much more I want to get after the entire card. I might get to 2 spots. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's kind of a chill day.
Yep.
Cubs and Cubs in the chat from Eric and from Fernando. Good luck to you guys. 4 games left.
Yeah, and it's definitely Cubs or nothing in that game. Giants and Twins. Giants minus 130 favorites, total of 7.5. It's the year 2024. Oh, never mind. I was going to say Chris Paddock's the favorite. No, I read that wrong. It's Blake Snell. Line opened up at a 115. It's now 135 for the Giants, so a big move towards these Giants. Line opening up at an 8, down to a 7.5. Expecting Blake Snell to pitch well. 77% of the tickets and 46% of the cash on the Giants. The line's moving towards them. With a sharp money on the Twins, 95% of the tickets, 90% of the cash on the over in this spot here as well. Chris Paddock and Blake Snell. This line moving towards the under is extremely confusing because neither of these pitchers breed any confidence here for me for an under at all. We have Blake Snell and Chris Paddock, which I believe both have not pitched much because they're coming back from injuries. Blake Snell he's pitched once in the last 30 days. Against Toronto, he gave up no runs on 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. He looked fine. On the flip side, Chris Paddock, I don't think he's played much recently. He's pitched 3 times in the last 30 days. And this is definitely the toughest lineup he's faced because he's faced Oakland twice and the White Sox. And he's given up 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 2 earned runs. Definitely not anything that breeds anything confidence-wise. I guess it's Giants or nothing, but the bullpen edge goes towards the Twins. The hitting edge goes towards the Twins. So I guess it's Giants first 5 or nothing, but this is an absolute no play for me. I don't know what to expect from Blake Snell, his second game back from an injury, and I don't trust Chris Paddock.
I don't blame you. I don't trust either. I don't trust anything in this game. Just a overall stay away spot for me. If I was going after anything, it's the Giants in this one. I would probably run line it for some big plus money. But with a 7.5 total, not really anything I'm going to be interested in going after. So another just kind of stay off spot. It's just not a fun slate today.
No.
So we'll see how some of these go. Yurfee is 6-1 in the last 7 starts for Rodon. Threw 100 on it, minus 140. There you go. No White Sox Pirates game. There is no pitcher for.
I have.
Oh, Jared Schuster.
I didn't have a line when I was typing that up. Oh, they must have just announced Schuster.
I don't have anything for it anyway.
It's a bum fight. I would lean White Sox. Just looking at the line history real quick. But I don't really want to go against Mitch Keller. That again. I didn't have a pitcher for the White Sox at the time, right? I didn't have a pitcher for the White Sox. Oh, I had Chad Kuhl for the White Sox. They flipped the pitchers. That's why I didn't see the game, because they changed pitchers. Yeah, no, I have no interest in that game whatsoever.
No.
Let's move to this one here, which, I believe is it Carson Fulmer for the. Yeah, it's Carson Fulmer for the Angels today. This is another one where I had TBD. Let's get that one up real quick. Carson Fulmer. There we go. I just had to type it in so I can have it into my spreadsheet, which there we go. All right. Logan Gilbert and Carson Fulmer, your pitching matchup here. Taking a look at the line history. This line opened up at a 169 for the Mariners. It's down to a 153. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 105. It's now an 8 at minus 116. So they're expecting Logan Gilbert to get hit a little bit here. Logan Gilbert's made the All-Star team, obviously pitching today. He will not pitch Tuesday in Arlington. 80% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is on the Mariners. 70% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over in this one here, with the line moving towards said over. I do expect potentially Logan Gilbert to get hit a little bit here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Carson Fulmer and Logan Gilbert. Gilbert a 2.31 ERA, 0.71 WHIP. He's been good. He's been really good this year. So quietly putting up Cy Young numbers. 7.97 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 1.29 walks per nine. A 182 BABIP, a 3.4 FIP, and a 3.45 SIERA. On the flip side, Carson Fulmer, 4.97 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 9.24 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 2.84 walks per nine, a 3.16 BABIP, a 4.12 FIP, and a 3.58 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards the Mariners. A hitting edge, slight edge towards the Angels. Carson Fulmer is going to go 3 innings max. He's not a long guy. Innings wise, it's Angels first 5 or nothing for me, because I just don't trust this Angels bullpen. The Angels, don't look now. They're looking to break out the brooms in this game against the Mariners. 2 one-run wins.
Nope.
Nope.
It's a 4-game series. Angels won 11. Seattle won 11.
That's right. The Mariners won 11-0 the first one. And the Angels have won the last 2. It's Angels or nothing for me. My bad. I forgot that they played. I forgot about the first game. But yeah, it's Mariners or nothing, but it's nothing.
There you go.
Angels or nothing, but it's nothing. My bad. Angels versus.
I was about to say. I do like the Seattle Mariners in this one. The only thing that's going to keep me off of it is I don't trust them enough to cover a run line, and that's just. And you know how much I love Logan Gilbert. Obviously, he made the All-Star team. Obviously, not pitching in the All-Star game because he's pitching today, but this is Logan Gilbert's a guy that I have confidence in. It's whether or not Seattle can score enough. And I don't know if they do. And that's good. That's going to be another thing that keeps me off. I wanted to go Seattle today. I did, but I'm not going to. I just can't trust him right now.
I'm so interested in the Angels' first 5 here. I want to see what the first 5 has done, line movement wise. Oh wow, it's moved towards the Mariners. Okay, I can understand why it's moved towards the Mariners. Logan Gilbert has a significant advantage over Carson Fulmer. That's fair. I'm staying off.
There you go. What's a great dog today to put your mortgage money on? Don't be putting that much money on a dog. That's kind of crazy.
But my dog of the day is the Nationals, if I had to pick one.
Probably the Nationals, yeah. Fernando, take a shot. Yurfie in the Yankees O's starts in 5 minutes. Angels go small. I got you 446. I'll put 1K on something light. Okay, I'm not sure if that's really small, but softness. Orioles not to bat in the ninth. Kill the 7-leg parlay. Yikes. No, maybe $1. There you go. 2 games left. I'm not sure who I want to win these games for a personal thing for the wild card.
As a Mets fan, yeah. Honestly, I would like to pass the Braves. As a Mets fan, I would like to pass the Braves. I cashed with the Padres yesterday. Let's get into it today. Line opened up at a 175. It's down to a 157. So another game here. We mentioned this last game. We have another all-star pitching in this one here. Chris Sale, which means he's not pitching in the game on Tuesday. Line opened up at a 175. It's down to a 157. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 117. It's down to a 7 at minus 115. A move towards the under and a move towards these Padres, expecting Randy Vasquez to pitch well. 84% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Braves with the line dropping. 89% of the tickets, 89% of the cash on the over with the line dropping. Chris Sale, 2.08 ERA, 0.96 whip, 13.05 strikeouts per 9, 38%. 3.26 walks per 9, a 288 BABIP, a 1.88 FIP, and a 2.65 Sierra. On the flip side, Randy Vasquez, a 4.12 ERA, a 1.78 whip, 5.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%, 3.2 walks per 9, a 385 BABIP, a 5 FIP, and a 5.16 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Braves. Hitting edge going towards the Padres, 115 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 89, which is 27th. I would love to back the Padres in this game. I just can't trust Randy Vasquez. It's just too significant of a pitching edge, I think, with Chris Sale. But the only way I can look in this game is the Padres. That's what the markets are telling me as well. Maybe this is a Padres first 5 spot, but still, I mean, the edge with Sale is, I think, too much for a first 5 bet. And I don't want to fade the bullpen of the Braves. So, I mean, it's a pass for me. I would lean heavily towards the Padres, though.
I was kind of leaning Padres too. I think we'll end up making that our third play for the site. And I could just see the Padres taking 2 out of 3. And honestly, for the Braves, I think this is the best time for an all-star break for this team. I could definitely see them really taking advantage of the time off, and I'm gonna go towards the Padres here to take advantage of the last game before the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think this All-Star break is going to come in very helpful for the Braves. And if I had to pick one team, if they give you odds on which team will have the best win percentage in the second half of the season, there's 2 teams I would take: Astros or Braves. I think the Braves will have a really strong second half this season. And I'm not saying make a push at the Phillies or anything like that, but they'll put themselves comfortably in a playoff spot, more comfortable than they are right now, because that's kind of slipped with the Braves there. But I think the Braves will have one of the best second halves in baseball this year.
I could see that. I could. No, I'm playing. Put $30 because I don't bet your fees. Bad backslyer. Okay. Terrible. Mortgage of the day is the Tigers. If it hits, I could buy another house. I don't even care who's pitching for the Tigers.
Bo Brisk game, but it's a bullpen game.
All right, Nick. Final game of the day, and it's your day. It's your game.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks and the Blue Jays. Line open up at a 150. It's down to a 148. Line open up at an 8 minus 118. It's down to a 7.5 at minus 116. So we have a move towards the Blue Jays. We have a move towards the I forgot where it moved for the total wise there. I think it dropped, right? Yeah, it went from 8 to a 7.5. Move towards the under here as well. Expecting Yusei Kikuchi to pitch well. 97% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the over in this game. 17% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is back in the cooch in this one here. And the Blue Jays, with the line moving slightly in their direction, make it very appealing to bet the Blue Jays in this game. Kikuchi, 6.38 ERA, 1.42 whip, 13.13 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 1.5 walks per nine, a 386 BABIP, a 509 FIP, and a 2.59 SIERA. On the flip side, Zach Gallen, 4.11 ERA, 1.11 whip, 8.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 2.93 walks per nine, a 268 BABIP, a 304 FIP, and a 3.59 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards these Arizona Diamondbacks. The hitting edge goes towards the Blue Jays, 103 WRC plus, which is 14th compared to 99, which is 20th. And the ultimate question is how, actually, this will determine it, is where's this line moved in the first 5 innings? Because this line opened up in the first 5 at minus 145. It's not moved. And it's moved from a 4.5 down to a 4 for the first 5 total there. I would like to back the Blue Jays in this game. And I'm going to cut it down to just the first 5 innings in this one here. I'm going to look at the Blue Jays in the first 5 innings. To wrap up my card, I'll have 5 plays.
It's a Blue Jays game. I'm staying away. Although I really would want to go Zach Gallen at home, but not anything that I need to get involved in. So get to end the card with another pass. But that is all the games. I'll go back to the chat for just a second. Please, no more catching Phillies talk. No, I never said that.
I said they weren't. I said they weren't.
There you go. Good luck on your ticket today, folks. Thank you guys for the show. MGM boost on the Diamondbacks. Not going to talk you off of it. That's all the games for today, though. We'll go ahead and do a quick recap and everything before we head on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of them linked down below. And we try to post on those pretty much every single day. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. That's where I'm about to put the I'm about to post out the card for today, which is going to be all of 4 plays, but that's where you can find it. By the way, forgot to mention, today will be the last show until Friday. Correct, Nick?
I think so.
And then we'll be on Friday, Saturday, and then we're going to be taking a chunk of time. We're going to be taking like 8 days off after that. You guys will find out why in the future. We can't tell you exactly why we have to take that time off, but there will be today and then Friday, Saturday, and then another like week off, and we'll be back the next Sunday. So a little bit of there's not going to be a lot of ESP shows over the next 2 weeks, but once we get back from the break, there'll be every single day, and we're getting close to football season, all that good stuff. So lots of stuff going on after that. I figured I'd mention that beforehand.
Yep.
Now let's go ahead and recap today. I'm on the Orioles already. I'm on the Phillies run line. I'm going to be on the Mets. Reds run line. Nationals. I like the Rangers today. And then ending the card with the Padres. Nick?
Yeah. I currently have the Yankees first 5 going right now. But the other plays here, Tigers plus 145 DraftKings, Reds minus 131 Fanatics, Washington Nationals plus 130 Fanatics, and then the Toronto Blue Jays plus 130 in the first 5 innings on BetMGM.
There you go. Rookie Diaz stud for the Snakes is going to be a stud. He shut down the Jays the other night. I'm not going to buy into somebody having a good game against the Jays. Love Kikuchi. Are the Earles doing a show tomorrow? No. Friday, how do we – dude, there's nothing. There's the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game. That's it. And Home Run Derby will be on Alonso, and All-Star game will be on the National League most likely. That's pretty much it. I'm going to have withdrawals. Hey, we'll be back. There's nothing to bet right now anyway, so it's fine. You guys will be all right. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again on Friday. Have fun with the All-Star break, and we'll see you guys then. Peace out.